So we may well be behind the curtain now.
Oh, that was quicker than expected.
We'll have to see. There's a slight delay.
Yeah, there's always a slight delay. Who have we got in chat? Gareth, Andy, Stuart, Richard Jack's there. Fucking hell. Johnny C.
Hell.
David Wright. Rufus Kane.
Murray Robertson.
Rufus Hound's brother. It's Murray. You fucking idiot. That's like Murray. Fuck, is that Scotty, a Big Bad Bob?
Gareth.
I think I've just created his new name, Scotty Big Bad Bob.
Yeah, that's a great name. It's a
That
power
is.
name.
That is. He could be the leader of the gang.
Johnny C.
Yes.
Big Dave.
Johnny C's Big Dave. Yeah. They're all in. They're all in, and still arriving as well.
Elvis McTinker.
I looked.
Austin.
The Austin.
Who's given away that he can hear us.
DJ Green. I'm not here really, but how can you tell he knows that he can see us? They can hear us, and
we're saying who's here, and he's saying he's not here.
The Morrower is in the house. Mine are shitter. Yours are better. Dion 78.
Derek
Go.
Ramsbottom.
Go. Dion 78's in. We're waiting for.
Oh yeah, that's when we do it, isn't it? Right. Okay. Let's
Roll.
Roll it. Welcome to the new Ohm Show, chapter 95. 95. Welcome back. We've got a great show lined up today.
Spanker. That's what people are saying.
Old tunes, some new tunes. Might even play a little bit of Adamant later. We don't know.
Shed 7.
Yep. Rumours swirling about Shed, so we might slip one of their tracks in as well. Grateful Ant is in the house, actually.
Grateful Ant. Oh, is that Adamant's little brother?
I think it's his niece.
Oh. Or a Grateful Ant. That would take ages to post Evening People. Just running up and down.
Great is spelt differently.
Grateful. Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, because Great is great, isn't it?
Yeah, but grateful as in thankful.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not going to. Right. Richard Jack says I'm going to listen to metal. I can, spoiler, I'm not.
Yeah. What, do you listen to that in the morning?
I don't listen to it ever.
Yeah, so it's a belter. We've got actual vape mail. We're going
to
do
really?
A live unboxing.
Oh, that is. I'm damp. I'm moist.
And they've sent me some Chinese tat with it, so we're going to explore that as well.
Oh, wowzers trousers. Hold on to the seat of your pants so it doesn't fly off.
So there's that is an actual thing. And also some new vape stuff to show you. Picture form. Some quite good stuff in a way. Stuff that actually we might like, which is a nice change. Also, we're going to be looking at the news, the vaping news, as well as the normal news. I haven't seen that much news, I'm going to be honest. We could touch on Channel 4.
Yeah, could do.
So that's coming up. So it's a belter. Absolute belt. Richard Jack's asking questions that I don't even understand the context of. So with that to one side, we will push on. John, what are you drinking? What are you vaping?
Yeah, a bit of a change up still, so, changing the same. I'm on Vocation's Hop, Skip and Juice, because I haven't had it for ages, and I think you had it.
They're changing the branding again, aren't they?
It's the
No, they're changing it again.
Are they really? Are they going to go back? Because I prefer the old ones, I would admit.
Yeah, it is more like the old school. It's more like a crest now.
No. Anyway, Hop, Skip and Juice, and I've got... I actually did email about this can. I emailed Vocation about this can. I've got a special edition Ascension DDH IPA for a bit later, and some Life and Death. But you can't quite. That's not like a special edition. This can was kicked into the box.
Special edition riveting.
So I just made a joke. I sent them an email. I said, I don't want any free beer or anything. But I just don't understand how that got in a box. Like, I don't understand. Someone picked that up and just go, I'm not going to put that in a box. And I got this really like twatty email from like somebody who works in the office.
I'm just to let you know, it will make no difference to the taste of the beer. And
They really said that?
Yeah.
And we don't normally put cans like that in the boxes. We actually have a special system.
Well, it doesn't work because I've got one.
Also, it could make a difference to the taste because it's a carbonated drink.
And if you pierce the plastic inner membrane is what the problem is. But anyway, either
it's
way,
a carbonated drink, so you've added pressure to that can.
Yeah, you would just say, that's a bit wanky. I honestly didn't want a free can.
I wouldn't reply to that email from you.
It's not a reply.
What to say what?
Just go, sorry about that. That's all I meant. Yeah. Sorry about that. That was a bit wanky. But there was no apology.
You said you didn't want to from it, so
yeah.
I would just say, fair enough, delete.
I had this really long email, thread with Travelodge once, where I sent them a thank you for staying in one of their hotels in Cheshunt. I just said it was amazing. When we got there, there was a free sock on the smoke detector, which was very kind. I asked reception.
That is how you spell grateful, by the way.
Oh yeah, I noticed. I asked.
I obviously don't use that word.
You've never used that word in your life.
No.
I sent them an email saying thanks very much for the free sock on the smoke detector. I did ask them to remove it, but they clearly knew what I wanted more than I did. Because when I got back, it was still there. Popped that down to reception, and I said,
"Yeah, but you could have vaped your head off."
The whole room smelled of fag smoke. Like it really was just fucking annoying the shit out of me.
Oh no, I wouldn't ask for it removed. I asked to move.
The whole fucking hotel did. It's Cheshunt is a shithole. Anyway, I said I was a bit more wanky with the receptionist. I was like, "You're a fucking idiot. The hotel could burn down with covered smoke detectors, and you're not insured for covered smoke detectors." Anyway, this twat was this twat from head office. Thank you very much. Your thing has been noted. Just to let you know, you won't be getting a refund. Didn't ask for one, and I said, "Oh, that's fine. I didn't want one anyway." I just want another special thanks to say thank you for hoovering up all the dust in the room, laundering it, and then putting it back. That was a real treat. Wow. And stuff. I just being a dick the whole time.
If I'd have got an email back like that, I'd have left a nasty TripAdvisor thing.
I just enjoyed taking like screenshots and sending them to friends of me being a dick. Anyway, what am I drinking? Sorry, what drinking? What am I vaping? I'm on this. I'm on hop, skip, and a juice, and then the Ascension and some Life and Death. I have got this badass back again. What the fuck is it again? It is the Max 2. Who's it by? Who knows?
Hold it up. Oh right, don't know. Is it you? Oh, Free Max.
Free Max, that's it. Free Max, the 21,700.
It says on the less jazzy side, doesn't it? It's the Maxus 80, isn't it?
Maxus, I don't know, it says Maxus. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, you can't see it because it's a bit dark in here. Yeah. That on top of that, I've got a Dwar 16 because I think it looks more fugly if I put a really thin tall tank on it. And in that, I've got Cactus Punch Zing. Jackie. Actually, 50 milligram. I'm going to test the United States to see if I can still get 100 milligram Nix up. That I can. Then I have this, the Surin Air mod with special liquid in it that is 50 milligram.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That vapes like that. Do you know, I've dropped this so many times. I've chipped the paint off it. I've chipped at the edge off both sides of the tank where the lip is. Doesn't make any difference because you can see through it. Let me try and get it. You can see there's a gap there. like through there. Doesn't make any difference to them. Still vapes like a treat. Dropped out of the car today, smack straight onto the concrete. Still going fine. Yeah, that's that. What you vaping? What you drinking? Go ship. I already said it.
Yeah, go ship. I've got another couple of these.
Good price, I think, as well. Always fair price.
It's very affordable, normal beer. It's on the better side of normal, so it's comparable to your regulation IPAs and things, but it's affordable, which is good, isn't it?
That's exactly what you want.
And it's always available in all the supermarkets, so it's one that I can say to the wife, grab a pack of them.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, because otherwise they'd just come back with IPA.
For dancing. Just grab this. Yep, that'll do. Yeah, so that's an actual thing. I'm sorry.
I don't think any bloke has ever said to their wife, just get me spits. What do you want? Oh, any old shit, as long as it's IPA. My wife got me a selection once. It was amazing. It was like a blind man with a shotgun trying to hit a barn. It was mental.
I don't mind trying stuff.
It was all stuff I don't like.
You know, is rubbish.
Yeah, it's like Jaipur, which I think is piss, and stuff like that.
So I'm actually setting up half the stuff. I got the K-Fun with some generic salt nick custard.
Fair enough.
And that's on the old wireless.
The MVP5.
Yep. And then I've got that, and then I've got the old Gua with the dead rabbit on, and in there I've got lemon Madeira.
Lemon Madeira. Do you find it dries you out?
It's not as good as I remember.
I was doing a Caliburn check. You've never missed one.
But that's a fact, isn't it? It does dry you out, that cake.
It does. Who the fuck is eating Madeira cake? Who the fuck's going to Madeira anyway? That looks like the worst place to go. It's so boring. Fucking shit.
Yeah. So that, and then I've got the thing I'll show later. That and that and that. Oh, and that.
Oh, ninja.
Yeah.
So I'm just turning off the heat. It's so warm here. I've just turned off the heat in the car.
I'm trying to get rid of the last bit of juice in it so I can change the coil.
That is quite. That last drip seems to be more than it is. Like an illusion.
Yeah, but I want a dry hit, and then
you want a dry hit? Just take the warning hit and pull it.
Yeah.
Don't take the dry hit.
It's not even at that point yet.
Yeah, they are quite hard to get dry.
So that is that. Christopher Morrow says the only time I hotel reviewed on one of those cards they have in the room, without going into detail, I wrote insufficient tidying up things.
Tying up things? But I couldn't understand what that meant.
Tidying?
Tying?
He's put tying, but I think insufficiently tidying up things.
I wondered if they tied Chris to a bed, and because he paid for extras, he managed to, and he wrote the note cheekily.
Insufficient.
Cheekily, it wasn't there when they got back with a whip. There was just a note on the bed saying insufficient tying up things.
Yeah.
Well, we'll know in a minute. I think it might have meant tidying up things.
Each to their own. Yes. So that's that.
Real news, I think. Real
news. Channel 4. Let's just get into it.
Do you know what? I think loads of fucking. I will say a lot of what I would call like usual normal people. I don't think they realise or have realised so far what the gift Channel 4 is and who wouldn't exist without it. I was thinking about this the other day. Know The Office, right? Because Ricky Gervais's interview show would never have happened. That he'd never have been on the 11 o'clock show because the 11 o'clock show would never have happened. Everything done by Chris Morris would never have happened. You can forget Father Ted would never have happened. It Crowd, nope. For me, it's comedy. And I know lots of people are into drama and film as well, I suppose. There's lots of films. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. That was partly paid for, I think that was a Channel 4 So you
Yeah.
leave everything by Richard Curtis, which isn't my kind of stuff or shtick. But the
Yeah.
comedy thing
Purely
for me,
artistically,
Friday night
it's,
dinner, no one's giving Robert Popper a try without Channel 4. It's just not possible. No big breakfast.
purely artistically, you can't argue against it for sure.
I just think it's so stupid because what seems commercial, you're only going to get safe commercial bets. Like I don't. The only time we ever watch ITV is when somebody like
BBC Three has a similar mandate though, doesn't it?
yeah,
That's
publicly owned.
alternative.
Yeah, it kind of failed in its remit though, didn't it? The BBC has been left in an impossible situation where it's trying to be both independent and groundbreaking, but trying to please the government that wants it ended, which is an impossible situation. That's why people like Andrew Marr have fucked off. What's the point? Andrew Marr, I think, is a decent man, and he was sat in interviews on breakfast on Sundays going, oh, I can't say anything because I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oh no, the BBC, that's a separate issue where the BBC.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Definitely. The Channel 4 makes profit. We own it and it makes profit. I cannot understand why the fuck
well, technically it doesn't make profit, but certainly self-sufficient. It's a non-profit organisation.
Yeah.
I think
Spaced, Richard just said there. So that leaves all the Cornetto trilogy, also Channel 4 funded. Yeah.
The only argument I could see for selling it, and let's not forget it was the Tories that created it, is I wonder if its days are numbered anyway. Just
possibly. I just think
apparently it's going to start the bidding around £1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes through, because it still has to MP vote.
I don't. Well, it looks like there's going to be a pushback even from the backbenches on the Tory side.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of pushback. So it has to go for a vote. Just say it does go for a vote.
Yeah.
And it's valued or the bidding starts at £1 billion.
Yeah.
If they've been reliably informed by an expert that it's worth $1 billion now, but in the current landscape it could be worthless in 5 years.
In 5 years, yeah, agreed.
Then they do have a duty to protect our money in a way, and I think you could make that argument that it could be worthless. You just with the way Netflix is going.
The sad thing is,
all these platforms coming in.
Channel 4 has one of the worst streaming services. 4OD or whatever it's now called is 4 on demand. Is a piece of shit.
From a technology standpoint,
it's terrible. Like
but the actual content's brilliant.
The content's great. It's just such a clanky piece of shit that no one's ever going to use it. And for me, it doesn't matter which side. I'm a lefty bastard, but it doesn't matter which side you're on. Our current culture secretary, Nadine Dorries, I wouldn't put her in charge of a fucking iron or a lamp. No, she's a twat. No. So I just don't think she's the person
wonder if that
to be in
business.
charge.
I just wonder if that business aspect. I just wonder if
I agree. I know what you mean.
I don't know if the emergence of Netflix. Also, the other thing I would say about that is if it's valued at $1 billion, and that seems fair to me.
Yeah.
In the current climate, it could go for 3-4 times that because you've got some major players coming into the sector.
Who could, if you completely overhauled the streaming service and kept the catalogue, you've got a heck of a lot of money.
I think the catalogue alone
is worth $1 billion.
Could be a bidding frenzy.
Yeah.
Because you've got Discovery, which aren't probably even in the UK yet, making waves. You've got DAZN making waves. They're all looking for a huge UK base of content to throw onto their platform and then launch in the UK. And they are serious money players. I don't think anyone's heard of Pluto TV, but that's...
Oh, no.
That's how hidden they are at the moment in UK.
I just think we're in a terrible position with the arts, and there's this fucking...
I would love to see it ring-fenced, the money raised ring-fenced for the arts. That would be good.
Yeah, they're talking about ring-fencing. There is a chance that it's going to be changed, the proposal, to ring-fence the news. Because one thing the things that Channel 4 News has done, they've been picking up the slack when the BBC's been dropping it with people like... who's that Laura Kuntlicker on BBC One.
Right.
Who's a fucking... She's just gone as political editor. Fuck knows where. She was so busy chomping
She's going
on
to be
Boris's...
the new official host of the Andrew Marr Show.
Yeah, exactly. She can really grab... She can go nuts now. She's been held back. But now she can really gobble Tory cock. Live on a Sunday morning.
I think... Yeah, I just...
Apologies. I don't like Coombs.
No, that's fine. I don't know. I think it is. I think my biggest overwhelming feeling about it is well, first of all, I'd like to know what £1 billion added to the Treasury, how significant that is, because that feels like putting petrol up 2p is £1 billion.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that money is justified to lose such a great thing. And also, in the list of priorities that this current government is facing, it doesn't seem super high.
Yeah, you just think put it aside.
Cost
deal
of living,
deal
war,
with
Brexit not going very well.
Yeah, I do agree. I think a lot of people struggle with empathy, even in terms of things like that. Like, BBC 4, I don't watch BBC 4, but for the people who do, right, it must carry on, right, because nobody would show those shows, because things like Sherlock and Top Gear fund that, right, because it's public. They fund art projects and art programs that would never get made, ever. There's no way. They get like 20,000 viewers, but those 20,000 viewers, they would never have happened. No one would have given a production company £100,000 and said, go and film these watercolour things or go and work out there. And it just wouldn't happen. Every so often they knock one out of the park on BBC 4, or they picked up on Scandinavian murder mysteries before any fucker did.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's just literally they know their audience. And I just feel bad. Channel 4, I think there's so... Channel 4 was like... If you're a millennial in Cooley speak, then it was our youth. It was the 90s. Channel 4 kind of made the 90s.
They perhaps could benefit from some sort of tighter remit. For example, the numbers keep getting banded around that they, in the last 12 months, they supported 200 private, small production companies.
Right.
But of those 200, like 60 are actually in the name of like a megastar. Like Steve Coogan, Ricky Gervais, those type of people, where they've just given them a show budget and given it to the production company.
Like Little Cow. And, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I keep thinking of more shows.
That would have been triple that.
Like
3-4 years ago, though, that would have been triple that. They'd have done 600, 700 production companies.
I think Friday night, Channel 4, mid-90s. Like, you are... There's shit.
Yeah, but there'd have been a vacuum created where someone else might have come in and made those shows.
Perhaps, but you would... Okay, we've got things like TFI Friday, which I just don't see anywhere else. The Adam and Joe show, which just couldn't be.
I could name a bad show for every good show that you're naming.
Oh, but okay. I can even like bits of iconic things like
TGI Friday was quite iconic.
What was the
TGIC Swirling Merc on the same?
What was the fucking?
It was
what
Event.
Was the the Word? That was it. Channel 4. The Nirvana. That's a classic.
This morning,
Nirvana played live. Yes, on Sunday, Stuart Lee and Richard Herring. Yeah, Sunday mornings. Yeah, I just think it's stupid. I kind of go a bit onto it, but yeah, I just think it's.
I'd like to see a stronger argument for. Yeah.
You're not going to get it from Nadine Dorries because she sounds like someone who's addicted to drinking methylated spirits. She's crazy. She didn't even know Channel 4 was publicly owned until she was sort of stood in Parliament and somebody went, "Yeah, we're pretty sure that's kind of we own that." Because of the way it was done as well. Because the way Channel 4 was created, which was that it had to keep this kind of indie vibe. Anyway, new.
There's nothing else worth.
I think so. The continuing hell in Ukraine with war crimes from Putin.
Yeah.
Today they're after his daughters, aren't they? It said one of the headlines on the BBC News said, "Who are Putin's daughters?" I thought, I'm not getting involved. I'm not dobbing anyone in. Not getting me from in the grass.
Yeah.
Julie down the road. Yeah, I know she's got a very Putin-y face. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. BBC's obsessed with his daughters.
They really are. Yeah. There's just one after the other. I'm trying to think if anything else has happened this week. I got nothing.
I tell you what, if we ever attack someone, they'll have a good job finding Boris's daughters.
He doesn't even know who they are.
Took about
That is
3 years.
Clever.
46.
Yeah, how many are there?
They could do them on the playing cards like the Taliban. The Ace of Diamonds, Jane Smith.
Yeah. What are their
Wrexham.
names? What do you mean, what are their names? You don't even have many there fucking is. Oh, calm down.
They've all got bad hair.
He doesn't know how many there are. The other day, I thought he'd blown a blood vessel across the bridge of his nose. I don't know what he'd done. Just doffed a kitchen cabinet or
Yeah,
something.
they walked into something.
But yeah, there's red mark right across. So a minute, I was looking at my screen like, what has that cunt done now?
Yeah.
He looks in the stage of world leaders when they had the UN Security Council met a few weeks ago. He looks like, the cameraman's gone, and excuse me, mate. Yeah, no, the stage is cleaning up. Get off. No, yeah, I don't know. There's a guy around the corner selling chips. Can you fuck off? I know he does it on purpose, but he looks demented. Macron looks like a high-class gigolo, and there's Compo Boris. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Should we hit the vaping news?
Yeah,
So we don't lose everybody who's a right-winger.
Do it.
Okay. This is from auntiemini.com. I've never fucking heard of it. But I quite liked this because I liked the idea of it. I was confused. I thought, let's go. MRI offers non-invasive way to assess effects of vaping smoking. That's their grammar, not mine. April 6th, 2022, they're setting the scene. MRI shows promise as a non-invasive way to assess the short-term effects of vaping and tobacco smoking, effects that manifest in different ways on medical images, according to a study published on April 5th in Radiology. Right, this gets really in-depth. But it falls apart in so many places. It's kind of wonderful. Okay. This is a quote from Dr. Sylvia Nialis, PhD. Our results suggest that MRI indexes may be considered a non-invasive test to complete pulmonary function testing, such as nitrogen multiple breath washout or spirometry. Spirometry is the volume of your lungs. Using one of those things, you test blowout. Whatever. Vaping devices known as nicotine delivery systems, or ENDS, have been touted as a way to help people stop smoking tobacco. But it appears that people who vape to quit traditional cigarettes may continue beyond quitting point. And this could translate into negative health results. In laboratory analysis, ENDS is associated with a safer risk profile than conventional cigarettes. However, vaping increases heart rate and blood pressure, similar to conventional tobacco smoking, or anything with nicotine in. It goes on and on and on. Right, but I'm going to skip because it's a great bit. So they've gone through the images and they've said this. They've released the amount of people in this group of people who were tested. The entire group was 50. 17 of which were smoking cigarettes, 17 of which had quit cigarettes and were now using a vaping device, and 17 of which I assume they forced to vape. But we're going with, I've added and fucked around, but there was 50 total. Right, so this is totally invalid anyway. The numbers are so fucking stupid. There's no point in this test. So it's been published, but it doesn't mean anything. Nobody's ever taken these results because they're complete shit. Electronic cigarette users demonstrated a reduction in the percentage of lung impairment after exposure, which can impact ventilation. On the second MRI scan, in tobacco smokers, however, there was a decrease in lung percussion overexposure, which impacts the blood flow to the lungs, as indicated by the high percentage of lung impairment. Basically, everything about the whole test, sorry, that was a load of shit. was
So they're going to do an MRI on your lungs,
just after you vaped,
right?
and then they did it again. They did two, and they did it with people who continued to smoke, and they did the same thing. And but they're statistically insignificant. The figures they've come up with are such low.
Are they claiming they could see damage on vapors then?
Yes, by doing this, but they absolutely cannot, because there's never been an argument that your blood flow. We know that your blood flows faster. We know that there is a non-permanent, a passing inflammation of the respiratory tract and everything associated with that, so lungs, etc. When you inhale anything. I mean, you could inhale fucking wood chips, but you inhale your vapor, and we know that. And that's one of those stupid things. There's no point denying that, because there's no reason to, because it doesn't. We know over long term it doesn't actually make any fucking difference at all. We know that it speeds up your heart. We already knew that as well, but it doesn't speed up your heart any more than a patch does. We also know that this is about harm reduction. We're not talking about it being. To compare it to nothing is mental. And this is what we're doing. And the statistics in these figures show that they're basically statistically insignificant. So, yeah, it's absolute shit. But what they've done...
Who's done this then?
This is from...
a group led by Dr. Nias.
Dr. Nias at Bern University Hospital in Switzerland.
Well, they don't like anything.
This is going to be one of those things where they refer back to it. Right, so this is why I've highlighted it, is because one of those things, you know, when a Harvard study comes out and you go,
about a month it'll be on the Daily Star.
It isn't that this is shit, which it is absolute fucking shit. It's that you must watch out now, because they're going to quote this shit at you. So don't worry about it. Just log it in your head. I remember that study, and you can remember that the entire group was 50 of all sections was 50. So it doesn't matter. It's absolutely fucking stupid. If somebody told you that oranges are deadly because you tested 50 people in the country, in the world, and they're all dead, you wouldn't go, well, orange is deadly. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just not statistically significant at 50. It's fucking stupid. Well, we've done this before, but I think you need to start taking something like vaping seriously at about 100,000. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear a control group under 100,000. I'm just not interested. It's absolutely stupid. When these marijuana studies come out and they go, it does this, and then they go, well, how big is the control? And they go, 100. You're like, what are you doing? How many people smoke weed? You're fucking mental. Get 20 million on it. Absolute bollocks. I'm so bored of these shitty studies. But anyway, that's the latest. That'll do it.
Okay, I'll show a new thing. And then we'll
Oh, let's do it.
Okay, so we got a new mouth-to-lung RTA. And it's an affordable one.
Oh, I need to go on the fucking... I need to watch this. I can't see.
Zoom in. Bosh. It's the Dispersion Rta.
The Dispersion. Love it.
Let me just see if I can remember who it's by. Oh, it's by YDDZ.
YDDZ?
Yeah, they did do something else. I've forgotten what it was, but they did something else that was alright. I
can see it.
And now they're doing this.
It's very, very reminiscent of a Genesis Atmos from about 2013.
It reminds me of the Siren.
I don't remember that.
I kind of do. That was a cheap mouth-to-lung as well.
I don't know why the chick never brushed, are they? Cheap, but don't know why.
And I've got a deck pick that I'll put.
Oh, okay.
As well.
Bit of a dick pic. That would be, wouldn't it? This was in South Africa. That would be a dick pic.
Yeah, it'd be a dick pic. Yeah.
I've got a dick pic. All right. That's what we got in trouble for last time.
Yeah, is it? Yeah. So this is the deck. It's an S-shaped coil, a bit like the latest Innikin stuff. You can do it either way around.
Yeah.
It looks like an air insert type situation. That little disc right in the base of the deck looks like it's changeable.
I don't hate that. That's like what's that? Pizzardo
Yeah. It's just like that.
They kept putting that out. I actually think that looks better than their deck.
They always wick great, these sort of things. GTA. There was a period where we called these decks GTA when they were raised off the base.
Oh yeah.
I think that'll probably be alright, if you're just a mouthful vapor looking for, maybe a bit bored, fancy trying a new RTA, might be alright. It's got all the hallmarks, 22mm, adjustable airflow on the side and under the deck,
I'd love to
coil, long drip tip.
I'd like to see it without that drip tip. I have to admit. That is a horrible drip tip.
Yeah,
but
it's I don't think it's ever going to
have
be.
you got a price? Have you got a price?
It's like 20 quid, 25 quid.
That's all right, 20 quid. I'd get that over the Passado Greek one, to be fair. I'm all right.
It's on that. It's definitely inspired by what's gone before.
That's okay, you can learn. No, it's all right. Yeah, okay.
Looks okay. What's the next news ting?
This is because I have to keep grabbing the phone.
Hey, it's a tough gig.
Someone's got to do it. There's quite a lot in the news actually, in vaping styling, about tobacco stocks and shares, because we're right on a cusp of. Alan Sugar said it. What did he call it? He said that we're going to go into what's that? What was it that we did with David Cameron? I can't remember what it was called, where they didn't put anything into public service. No, public services for like 10 years. Over those. Anyway.
Oh.
Good old fucking knobhead was on the telly the other day going, well, I come from a poor place. People come from poor places. You can't just tax people more money. Just got to go through this shit. So anyway, people are quite interested in stable stocks at the moment, or where you're going to put your money. And people are releasing their forecasts. Gallagher, Benson Hedges, they've just released theirs, and Imperial are doing theirs. Now, boringly, austerity. Stock markets are about bets. Really, what you're doing is you're betting it's going to go up, and so a forecast it's always going to pay in the positive. Mainly, this is Proactive, their website. They're saying Imperial brand shows signs of improvement in vape and e-cig performance. There are lingering concerns that the company missed the e-cig train. This is blue, this is Imperial. I wouldn't say they missed it. Missed the e-cig train and will struggle to compete with some of the more established vape companies, especially in North America. If you're worried about America, don't worry about it. Cigarette makers, Imperial brands, shares were boosted by growth in its next generation products, NGPs, which offset weaker tobacco performance in Europe. Although analysts aren't getting too excited first yet. They're talking about so at the moment they're analysing last year's figures. And last year, the Von Earl, which is the product they use, was old. But now it's really fucking old. And they still haven't changed it. They're still pushing the Von Earl. I wish somebody in chat, if you could think. I think it was 2016. 2017, the Von Earl, and they're still trying to push it. Where Vape have changed quite. I think we're on like about the 5th or 6th generation. Of
all they have to do at this point, I think, is rip off the Elf bar and just insist that their retail partners stock it.
Yeah, and make it as boring as possible. I would honestly make that.
They could even give them a very sweet cash incentive to not sell Elf bars.
Which is what they did with the blue code. They were giving them away for free and £500 worth of stock.
I would throw money at an Elf replica if I was them.
I was watching somebody, and this is, I mean this too. This is no reflection on that person because they don't know. I was watching a TikTok. There's a young lady on there who'd got a blue, and she was using the cartridges. Was it a blue or I think it was a blue, and she was using cartridges. And she said, I'm going through 4 cartridges a day, which is like 1.2 mil, so 4.8. It's not cheaper, but at least I'm not smoking. And I thought, that takes so much more willpower than what we did. Because we were paying nothing. And you could still pay nothing, but she doesn't know any better. Why is she going to type on YouTube for vaping reviews? She's not going to do that because she can go in the shop, and it says on the, Blue have told her, well, this is better than cigarettes, and it's cheap. And she's buying 4 cartridges today, and she just got her month delivery. She saves up every month and then pays it all out at once.
Right.
And then she gets the cartridges, her favourite ones, cherry, whatever, lemon, fucking cola flavour. Then she's got her set up for the month, and that's harder than we did it, isn't it? You're paying about, what 100 ml now will cost you decent liquid £20, which 30 ml used to cost us £30, and that's still cheaper than what she's paying.
Yeah,
a lot cheaper than what she's paying. So she's paying to vape. She's paying £12 a day.
Wow. Yeah.
So 70 odd quid a week.
Hopefully she'll get it under control and not vape as much.
It's not fair, is it? That's why it shouldn't be 20 milligrams. So I've argued the toss with this a lot of times. The cat and these people are cunts because they're making so much money on the refills. They're not worth them 2.5p. So under 10p cost price, and they're making so much bank because they've associated. There's an inbuilt association with the price of a vape against the pack of cigarettes. Whereas I'm 10 years on. I don't know how much a pack of cigarettes, but I know it's costing that girl 12 quid. Lady, fucking dickhead.
Even if you're on an elf a day, it's still £6 a day.
Yeah. The shit's still I agree.
Still a couple of grand a year.
Yeah. I know people who they vape generally with a tank, and they take out an elf bar, like if they're going out on a Saturday night.
Yeah,
and they don't want to, and they just lose it or whatever. I get that. That makes sense to me. I'm alright with that. As a young chap comes in, works in IT, and he buys like 3 or 4, and then he's not back for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
which is fine.
I don't mind the idea of a vapor having just one in the glove box or something for emergencies.
I've not tried them, but going through 4 a day, is that not caning the hell out of them? Not really, Chris.
It is
because
a bit.
20 milligrams not sick Nick salt. It's only 4.8 mil. That's going to feel like 3 mil because of its Nick salt.
I couldn't do 2 elf bars in a day.
That's 2 mil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but these are 1.2.
Oh, so 12, 2. Right? Okay.
Yeah, and so she's going through 4.
That's her problem, really.
What?
Literally, that she's on 12 and should be on 20.
No, she's on 20, but it's salt mix. If she was on 12 milligram, fucking hell, normal Nick, wouldn't freebase. She'd feel it, but they don't sell it.
All right.
Because it seems we know this fucking lie. I did say 20 milligram Nick. Yeah, Nick. But if she was on 50, which wouldn't do her any fucking damage, she'd be using half of them.
She should just try an elf bar.
She'd still be paying out £6, so she'd be better off. She'd be paying half the money. I just think they're fucking mental. This is my problem. This is what I was saying about the Channel 4 thing, is that they're not made for me. These products aren't made for me. And I don't have to give a fuck. But I do try to think, would it work for me to quit smoking? And I think there's a different... I could afford more stuff, so I stopped smoking. And like we could go out for dinner more. Not like, whatever. But I was still paying 8-9 quid out a day on fags, and then I wasn't. And I was paying about a week's fag money would be a month's worth of vaping stuff. And then I got doing on social media. People just gave me stuff for free, so it didn't matter anymore. And then I never bought liquid again. Mm-hmm. What cigarette was 20 milligram? None.
Okay, shall I share some news stuff or do another news thing?
They didn't work out the 26 milligram. They didn't work out because they can't. There's too many.
They were trying to comparable.
They
not
were,
in
but
science, but just
they've tried it in science, but it doesn't work. Basically, some people get 50, and some people don't. Because they smoke. Yeah. Yes, let's do another one.
Another news.
Yes, I think. Are you doing a new or
Go
a
on,
new?
yeah, do a news, whatever.
Oh, I was doing a new. I was waiting for a new.
All right, okay, I'll do a new.
Let's do a new.
All right, so Yee have been back at it.
Yeah. Sorry.
And they've got a couple of new things. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, they announced this. This is the new SL class V2. which was their single cell sexy device. They always come with a new board.
They should get you to write the blurb. Single cell sexy device.
Yeah. The original SL class was very popular. And, you know...
I remember it. Yeah, I do.
A nice board and stuff. This one's
They've
got
gone
a new
back
board.
as well. That's
Yeah.
got you. I recognise it as what it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, the actual outer body is very similar to the original.
Very, very, very similar. Yeah.
But it's got a joystick now, so it's one of the new J boards.
Yeah, new J board. They're not that new anymore.
No, but
That's all right.
They haven't done this for a while, so I guess
No.
they've got carte blanche to just pick one.
What have we got? We got a RRP. I mean, if
This won't be cheap.
See, I just don't think it holds up anymore.
I think it is a different marketplace now.
People will get what I never liked the original because it was actually fuck ugly and it was too. That that was a nick off of various things. It was the Z, whatever. But people quite liked it. I didn't like the simplicity of it. But I quite like that. It's quite charming.
The one thing, and I don't know if it's the case with this one,
Oh,
the
yeah,
original SL class kind of ignored that everyone else had made theirs smaller, and it was surprisingly long and big in the hand for a single cell device.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one. Tricky to tell from the picture, but people love them, don't they? They've got their own following, and
What do you reckon then?
not bad.
120.
120.
That's a lot for that.
Yeah.
That is a lot for that.
Its equivalent would be like a Lost Vape Mirage or something like that.
I don't think I've got that. I just think for 50, 60 quid you could do better now. Yeah. My original was beautiful. Drank juice.
You probably could.
Chris had one. Yeah.
And then last week they announced another new vape and another V2. They announced let's get rid of that one. They announced the SX something V2. Let me just double check the name out while you wait for the picture to come up.
Chris had the original. My original was beautiful. Drank juice though through the 510 and popped its clogs. I remember when they did the original of that as well.
Oh,
That
it's
was
the G class V2.
That was one of the first times they centralised the 510 and I didn't like it.
Yeah, but this was really popular.
Really mad popular because the
but
big
not
screen.
Not with our gang.
Some of our gang who wanted to dump the WhatsApp.
Yeah,
It was big, yeah.
it became the coveted unicorn of sort of sub-tank wankers.
Yeah, well, if you think of like things like the Alien and the Predator, they were all kind of nick-offs of that.
Yes, very much. This did actually set a trend, this mod.
Yeah, it really did. I remember when it first, and I remember first seeing it would have been Expo or Jam or something like that, and it being crazy.
And it's big screen, centralized button, centralized 510.
It was that screen. I remember when that screen was fucking massive. Like back in the day, it was bigger than that as well. And that button was like, whoa, they've gone mad with buttons.
The one thing that other people didn't do that this did do was this had the battery door at the bottom still, and then newer ones after this that copied it, they had a back panel that removed.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a bit of a trendsetter, and it's back V2. I would say it's a big lump of the thing, and it does have the latest boarding and all that nonsense.
What was it? Dual 21700?
No, I believe it's dual 18650.
Very tall for 18650.
Yeah, but it could be 21. I don't know.
Oh,
that would be a really progressive modernisation if that is what they've done with it. I don't actually know. This is their first pick. This is their first teaser pick, and I don't think anyone's got one in their hand yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm interested. Yeah, Stuart just said 21700 as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder. I wish there was some clues in the thing, but there isn't.
It is hard to guess. I'd put the height too high, though. I would put that.
Anyone's commented.
My guess is 21700. That's where I am looking at it. Clear bell caps coming back. Oh, Scotty Bugfoot. You can always, Chris will always make one for you if you want one. He's still going. Christopher Munn. Actually, it's going either side of mod.
No, it's 18650.
Is it? Yeah, it's going to be a tough sell, isn't it?
I think. Yeah, I guess it'll just be the fanboys.
Yeah, swirly mark, yeah, inaccurate, and the TC is awful. Now, I never bothered. We tried. I tried temperature control for the group stuff so many times.
I think that really helped Geehy back in the day. That default basic boards were not very good. But like we keep saying on this show, Vandervape boards are fine now. Inikin boards are fine now.
You get really good
boards
boards
are
for
fine
no money.
now. Freemax boards are fine. So
Yeah, we used to go through so many shitty, like, you'd be going, oh, it's got a row, or like it does this, or yeah.
I genuinely think that was when reviewers actually had a purpose, like, because you could find a glaring problem with a board on a mod, and you could do a review and say the wattage is way out.
Yeah.
And so if that bothers you, then avoid this one.
Yeah, it's fun. It's totally different game. As you say, the budget mods kick ass. There was something the other day. Somebody posted.
Even this, I genuinely think this is very accurate.
Yeah, somebody posted I think Mick Blizzard, who's in chat, posted a Serpent Mini on the group, and the Serpent Mini changed the face of fucking vaping.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of the ones because tanks. You could suddenly get a 30 quid tank that wasn't shit. Only 30 quid. It's not saying that's cheap. But there was no point in clones anymore. As soon as they got it going, it was done. We'd already predicted it years before, and there was lots of naysayers. We were saying, like, the clones can't win. It's not possible. It's going to be that people like these clone manufacturers are going to have to come up with their own tanks. They're going to get somebody to do it. And they did. And we've got things like the Wasp and the... Wasp and Nano.
It's suddenly raining so loud I can barely hear.
I think you're getting what we had earlier. It only lasts about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It just came down like Noah was going to fuck off. And then, well, I'll go. We'll do some news, and then it'll go away.
It's because it's hail.
Well, that's just good. That just adds a bit of originality to rain. From Dorset View. Dorset. Right, here we go.
Yep.
Vapes being sold to underage customers in Dorset. I just quite liked that headline. Like, people would go, where can we get an underage... Oh, come in. Do you want to get to Dorset? In a trading standards exercise, a 15-year-old volunteer was able to buy nicotine vapes at 3 premises of 11 tested. I think that's not bad, actually, compared to like 2 or 3 years. That would have been all of them.
Yeah.
Dorset Trading Standards have
15-year-old, right.
conducted a purchasing exercise in which a 15-year-old volunteer was asked to buy nicotine vapes at 3 premises. At 3 premises, the 11 tested. Investigations are continuing at those premises. Test purchases were made as part of a response to information that vapes were being used in schools by under 18s. This is what they do with the alcohols. They do test, they trade standards, send in somebody. The law is they must look, they don't look 18.
Yeah.
Who's doing that? I always wondered who checks. No, he looks about 11. All right, calm down. Yeah, send him in. Okay, whoa. The test purchase was made in response to information that vapes are being used by under 18s. It's an offence for a business to sell nicotine vapes and e-liquids to anyone under 18. It's also an offence for someone to buy them on behalf of an under 18. Anyone who's ever worked in a vape shop. I got a helicopter going over to add to this. Add to the general fucking fuckery.
It's stopped.
The helicopter's still going over. Anyone who's ever worked in a vape shop has had the person come in and go with a kid, and they're going, which one is it that you wanted? No. They're not buying it. I'm buying it.
It's just not worth. I don't think there's the same motivation for a vape shop to sell to underage.
Not like smoking, not like back in the day. I think it's the same thing at all.
I think it's just I don't know. But, usually it's someone that it's not their shop; they just work there.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, oh, well, I just, no.
And it could just be that someone feels intimidated and they might have just got, just don't want to cause a fuss or something like that. Anyway, but that's.
How old do you have to be to vape?
18.
How old do you have to be to smoke?
18.
How old do you have to be to drink?
18.
All right. I'm sure someone told me it's 21 now.
No, you've got to look 21. No, challenge 25 now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was challenge 18, then it was challenge 21, and now it's challenge 25.
Yeah.
My wife gets asked. They never fucking bother.
Really? They asked Shelley?
Yeah. When we went to America, she was chuffed a bit. She got ID'd everywhere.
Ah, yeah, but that doesn't count.
No, I got ID'd nowhere, though. I was like,
No.
but of course you can. Here you go.
Yeah, I don't get ID'd because of my hair.
You have to carry the other thing in New York City within the limits. You have to carry an photographic ID with you at all times. And we went with Fu from Plumes of Hazard to a bar, and a bouncer stopped me and went, "Well, excuse me, sir, have you got a photographic ID?" And I went, "What? 33? You know I'm 33. Both tell I'm 33." And he went, "I know, but it's the law." It's stupid. And don't worry about it. And just walked in, and Fu went, "I never seen anyone do that before." Ever. Just go,
Oh,
no.
because you don't drive.
No, so now I had to walk around with my passport like a knobhead. So I just was bothering.
Get a cheeky provisional.
I've got one. I do have a provisional. I literally, it was at back. I couldn't be asked with the whole thing. I don't agree. Who cares? I know what I do. I was fine. But Fu was very, very funny for me to do that. Yes, but trading standards, they have caught 3 of 17, 3 of 11.
Fair enough. And then throw the book at them, and then
It won't happen again.
And then do the next council, etc.
It's difficult because you don't have to have a license to, you have to have a license to sell alcohols, and that can be revoked. But you don't need a license to sell vapes.
No, maybe you should.
You'll get a fine though. They can go from 50 quid to 20 grand or 6 months in jail. So it's quite good. Stuart said he had a beard. He got served in 15 and off licenses. Yeah, we're old. Stuart, that's what I did. We used to drink. Do you remember the day that drinking became boring? Was the day you were old enough to do it? It was like 18 hours, rubbish. Like when there's no bloke gives a shit. We drank at the pub every Friday night. I did
slightly miss the jeopardy of queuing at a nightclub.
Oh yeah. For them to go, no, got any ID? It's rubbish if you've got it. Yeah. It's crap. Who wants to go? I don't want to go. Like we used to drink in the pub.
I used to have a fake ID.
Oh, did you? I had my brother's.
It was the International Union of Students ID.
I had my.
And it was made to look like the NUS.
I bought my brother's national insurance card off him when I was 13 and he was 16 for a £5, because that was all people would ask you for if you wanted cigarettes. So I just show my national insurance card. And then we ended up drinking in a pub when we were like 15, and we drank in that pub from 15 to 18, and then we never drank in the pub again because it was shit. Shit pub, but we always got served. Yeah,
well, the next bunch of kids will roll up.
Always the way. Yeah, there was a few in Phoenix though, and we were always drinking. Have you got a new thing?
Ooh, let's do vape.
Oh, we're going live, guys. Eyes down.
Big box. That's a little clue there.
Oh,
you will. It is, and I've got. Don't forget, I've got some awesome tat to show as well. They like to throw in something else as well. It is, and we did actually feature it on the show. It is the Caliburn Gk2 Pod System.
Oh, new Caliburn. Fuck, I wish they'd stop bringing out new one.
Yeah, that is a slight thing, but we do like the way they vape.
Stuart Drummond's called it "You Well Bingo."
You Well Bingo, that's good. Wait till you see the thing they've sent as well. So it's basically this.
Oh.
And this, and it looks like that, and it's got your classic lanyard if you want to roll back the clock.
Pop it around your neck.
Lanyard thing. So
I want you to wear that in a meeting.
Yeah.
and send us a picture.
Yeah. So basically, no buttons. USB Type C underneath. And it's quite funky pattern. I'm sure you can see. It's got.
I don't actually hate it.
Two-tone.
I think it's actually fine.
Then underneath you have your pod, so that just
Went in.
pulls out. That just pulls out.
Yeah.
Bosch.
Have you got any liquid in it yet?
I've got another one here ready to go.
Ah, bang.
So then you've got this. Oh wait, I'll just peel this. It's got a safety sticker on just because it needs to know when to go. Oh yeah, I did that on the other one. Right, so underneath you've got your coil. You've got this little red tag as well. The little red tag you're not going to be able to see, but it is adjustable airflow.
I thought you were going to say it was AFC.
Yeah, and it's a fully spinning disc, so you can go literally from quite open to quite tight. Really good, actually.
And you can test it out. I assume you could now put the thing in your mouth and turn it. So that's quite funky.
Yeah, and that really works, actually.
And it will go down really tight, as they say.
It does go down to a genuine mouth long, and then obviously the bit that we like is the fact that you can just do that and pull the coil out. It's not disposable in any way. Yeah. I like as well from because this is for newbies.
They did do that.
The
Caliburn,
the coil goes back in because it's got a flat side. I like that.
Caliburn's the actual, the Caliburn.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? That's the biggest selling pod thing in the US, and they can't have that.
Yeah, and this is the pod is essentially the same from the original Caliburn. I'm sure they changed coils and stuff, but
I don't know. The coil looks really similar. I think they're pretty much stuck with it.
Apart from the adjustable airflow, the actual tank bit, because you still go like that.
I love that. That's the only issue. Older people really struggle with it.
Top fill. Click that back on. Stick it back in. And hang on. So it knows when you it says
dry burn it.
It says when it's happy, it all flashes.
Oh, what, on the back, on the front of it?
Yeah.
Oh right. How fucked up is that?
That's quite.
Does it light up when you take a drag?
Let's try. So that's this.
That is mental. It does. You can't turn that off because there's no buttons.
Nope. But
all right. I went from not hating it to I don't like that.
Yeah, but you could just do that.
Can you imagine standing outside a club and they're all like there? Lit up.
You could do the non-shiny side.
That's true. Just one.
The airflow's great. I've set this basically to the old Caliburn airflow.
So like what I would think was a loose mouth.
Yes, yeah. But you can go much so this is as tight as it goes. Bzzzt. Oh, it buzzes as well, by the way. It's got a little, a haptic feedback thing.
That's what I was going. Good man remembering. Haptic feedback.
Oh my god, it's really tight.
You should be on QVC with that. Oh my god, it's so quiet.
That's impressive. It's it goes to too tight. That's great.
That's good.
It's going to take a bit of playing to get it to a traditional mount alone. I wonder if the way round matters. There you go. So so genuine mount alone, nice vape, just like the original. I don't know what the MAR is, but it's got to be better than the little thin ones.
Yeah, I think it's probably not bad. Oh yeah, what, 1,000, 1,200?
And it is tiny. It's tiny. It really is small.
Wowzers and McTrousers.
So not bad at all. Obviously, we are fans of that. Check out what they sent as well.
I'm going to see.
Oh, I've just.
Hope you haven't broken it. Hope you haven't broken a gift from the East.
And I've had some amazing gifts in the
Tea.
past.
Have you had a teapot? A lot of people don't know about a teapot.
Probably. I've had.
Have you ever had anything worth keeping? What, one of those sky lamps?
I think. Oh, I've thrown it out. I haven't thrown it out. Whoever sent that. But I did get sent about a 2 foot by 2 foot pastel painting of a panda. So like a huge panda thing picture.
Right.
I've been sent all sorts, but nothing quite like this.
Safety goggles.
No, safety goggles. Wait for it. Sexy goggles.
Aren't they anti-CCTV goggles? Is that not what they are?
They're just so people can't scan my eyeballs and sell me things.
Yeah. Is that not what it is? I think that's what they are, aren't they? Those things where you can't be ID'd.
Oh, look, I've got different colour eyes now.
That is one of the weirdest things. Have you shown them to your little one? Yeah.
No.
She'd love those, I reckon. Dad's special mad glasses.
And I don't know. I mean, I suppose rave is a thing, isn't it?
Does it shine that? Oh, for fuck's sake! Does it shine the light straight down? Would they be any good for like seeing things or not?
I think all the packaging. Now I can't get them in the same colour, and it's great. It's driving me nuts. That's fine. So let's just check the bottom. I think it's all in foreign. It says that their name is Cool Light Technology Glasses.
Cool light, yeah, obviously
Not
they're
prescription. Not prescription.
Obviously, they're cool light technology glasses. We can all see that.
Because I was thinking, because people talk about blue light, don't they?
Yes.
And I thought, oh, do they stop blue light? You know.
No.
No. They create blue light.
Yeah, really bad for you. They reckon it's really bad for your eyes. Well, used to get BP to pay for my glasses because I didn't wear glasses when I started working for them, and I ended up wearing glasses. But it was actually bollocks. It was just because they had to test your eyes every year, and I'd never tested them before. Richard Jack says he wants them, so you could do a giveaway.
I think
He did
I've
say-
already worn out the batch.
He did say all in foreign, amazing. Hey, they're back.
They're sort of rave culture, aren't they?
I have no idea. I've never been to a rave.
No,
Like,
but from what I've seen.
that'd be one of those things that other people are wholly amused about, the idea of me in a rave. Take this. No, thank you.
I could just walk about with these on, I reckon.
And a can of beer. Right,
At
guys.
7 in the morning.
You all right, guys? What's this music? Have you got anything else? Any D-Reeb? No?
You got any of that rave? You got any of that rave music?
Have you got any Lighthouse Family? I'm just asking for my mate, loves it.
Got any M people?
That was playing in the car earlier, people. It's like
What
the
car?
shit. My wife's car. She listens to 90s Heart or something. And it was like, yeah, it's MP.
I don't know if these are going to catch on, you know.
I really don't think. They rock the show, says Stuart Drummond. Those and Grimm's Space Cadet vapes, and you're there. Oh, yes, you mean. Ibiza with 2.
Oh, so
Oh, yeah, look at
Matchy.
you. Matchy. That makes sense.
I'm just ready to go straight down the dog and duck.
Don't you just go down the
How
bar?
does it know to match it? If I
Don't you
change
just
the-
go...
I'll change these now. Let's see what colour we get now.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
Permanent green. You have to go in the garden with that. Anyone coming out for a vape? Your mate goes, yeah, and you just...
And you just put 'em on. So we don't know what I'm going to use these for. You like you say, I'll give them the kids.
Remember that in the back of the day, if you said to them, like, your friends who smoked, because I was like the first person to vape, and I went, I'm just going to vape, and they went, yeah, okay. And then I remember one of my mates, I took a drag of
What if I got a chainsaw out now?
that would be good. And it got blue lights around it in a pink tank, and I took a drag, and my mate went, who the fuck are you, Harry Potter?
They have kind of fucked my eyes a bit.
I couldn't believe you could read through it. I was like, how the fuck
Oh
can
no,
you do
they're easy to read shit. Well, not now because my eyes are fucked, but at the time. So I don't know what they. It really doesn't say more than that.
Probably good for fishing. You could like see them in the
No,
dark.
you couldn't. They could see you. Work time about 20 hours. It says.
20 hours. That is a proper rave. I know. Might be 20 minutes. I don't know how long a rave is.
Oh, do not squeeze. Pay
No.
attention.
Does it say do not use when driving?
No, it says do use when.
That would be amazing.
So, China, God bless you.
That is cracking. That is a good gift. I'd like a weird, like, lucky bag gift. I think that's funny as shit. Should we do the last news? I think it's very exciting.
And they sent me some coils, 1.2 ohm are the coils and they're mesh.
Nice.
And you can buy the tanks, the little pod tanks, if you break yours. So yeah, that is the that is the Caliburn
Unpackager.
That is the Caliburn Gk2. So thank you. Well,
shall we go last news, and then we're going to stay tuned for best fruit.
Can't wait.
Stay tuned, guys. If you're like, what is the best fruit? Don't worry, we've got the answer for you.
Yeah.
Let me just fill up a beer quickly. This is from the Scottish grocer, but actually, it's not bad. It's about vaping, believe it or not. Retailers slam Scott Gubb's vape plan. It's not a person. Proposals to limit the advertising and promotion of vaping products in Scotland have come under fire from Scottish retailers. The Scottish Government's latest proposal could see physical advertising for vape products banned. Do you know what I think is quite apt with this? While it's telling me this, there is a White Claw, which is a alcoholic seltzer advert, spanking away underneath the thing. Like get something that tastes like soft drink but could ruin your life. Yeah, okay, fine. See what you're saying. As well as curtailing brand sharing activities, sponsorship, free distribution, and nominal pricing. It's a consultation paper on the proposals. In its consultation on the proposals, the government said the plans would help to protect young people and non-smokers from taking up vaping. Fuck, that's mental. You can't have you're not allowed the non-smokers, sorry. And instead, position the category as a smoking cessation tool, but without giving it pharmaceutical licenses, which is good. However, Scottish C-store retailers have spoken out, warning that measures would have a negative impact on retailers' businesses and have a detrimental effect on the government's goal of creating a smoke-free generation by 2034. Dan Brown, president of Scottish Grocers Federation, and if you remember, he wrote The Lost Symbol and
Da
Vinci Code. And retailer at Pinky Farm.
He's a wordsmith.
Musselburgh said any ban would only lessen awareness of vaping as a less harmful smoking alternative. He said they need to be visible in the stores so that retailers can help customers to find the right kind of product. Questioning the government's claim, the restrictions could form part of a strategy to reposition it as a vaping cessation tool. Retailers said many of their customers already see vaping as less harmful alternative to cigarettes, but warned removing in-store promotions would reduce awareness. I don't see the problem. We've now got, you're allowed to advertise on the standees, aren't you? And stands. You're really creeping me out by leading forward.
It looks weird, doesn't
it? Like standees, you know what it says? Like, because I think it's perfectly fine. We're now covering the cigarettes, which we know doesn't work. It's been proven not to work, doesn't work. We now use blank packets, doesn't work. We know that doesn't work. I don't have a problem with putting the vaping devices on the counter. I mean, for what the fuck? You can put gin on the counter, but you can't put vaping on the counter. It's mental.
In Scotland, is it definitely happening?
No, it's a proposal.
I don't know.
I'm bored of this argument. There's no argument that alcohol, and we're drinking now. There's no argument that the vaping is. There's nothing worth any salt. The vaping,
So what? They're not allowed to
advertise.
Show that they sell vapes.
There wouldn't be under this legislation. No, they would. They wouldn't be able to advertise. How is people supposed to know? So a convenience store wouldn't be allowed to position it on the counter.
Behind a shutter.
Well, not behind a shutter, but they wouldn't be able to put it on the counter, like as a buy it now type device. But they're saying they want to position it as a smoking cessation tool, but you can't because it's not legally defined as that. Because it has to have a pharmaceutical license, and you'd have to have one to sell it. Oh, you wouldn't. But yeah, anyway, it'd still be pharmaceutical. I just think it's bollocks. Yeah. I don't know where you're supposed to go with that. Yeah.
I can see why they slammed it.
Yeah, because they lose fucking money. One of the another story coming out of Scotland, which didn't bother was a retailer, a vape retailer, who's won an award in starting their company on online only service through lockdown, and they were saying how brilliant it was. You can't have it both ways. Nicola Sturgeon, I think she needs to have another look at that, because that doesn't work. Are you doing a cool swinging your pen around your finger thing? That's quite cool.
It's those scissors.
Oh, I thought you were doing that thing where you like spin a drumstick around your finger.
No, I can't do that.
No, that's right. Makes sense. Me either. Because that's why I win. Cool.
Is that?
That is that. What is the best fruit?
Right. You didn't say what is the best fruit.
Did I not?
No.
What was the question?
You said something about it being ready to go straight off the bat.
No.
Yes,
no,
you
I
did.
didn't. No. Here we go. What kind of fruit? What's the best kind of fruit to eat as is? That was the reason was...
As is. See, it's not the same, is it?
No. Asterisk continued. Nothing dried or pissed around with, and no arguing what's a fruit or not. This is things commonly called a fruit. So if somebody said it's actually a vegetable, it doesn't count. That's still a fruit. It's fine. So
as is though.
Yeah, well, go on then. But what, a date? But a date is nice whether it's dried or not.
As is, a coconut's a bastard.
But it's also not a fruit.
Gotta get into the cunt, haven't you?
But that's not a fruit. That's not commonly known as a fruit.
No arguing about what a fruit is.
That's a nut.
No arguing.
Commonly
that was
known.
An example of something that's not good out the gate. Because you specifically asked.
Yeah. So if you said like a Bramley apple, like they're sour as bastards, but cooked, beautiful. But that doesn't count. That wouldn't count.
No. Well, if someone thought that was their best, then fair enough.
I think there's some surprises.
Why have they differentiated the colour of the apple?
I didn't. That's Kieran. He's a knobhead.
I'm combining those for...
Combine that. Apple and apple is apple. It's fine.
So that is 14, which takes it into third place.
Okay, I'm happy with that. That's third place.
Oh, that's my vote. Apple,
right.
Straight banana out of the box, delicious, crunch, bosh, no messing, no cooking, no peeling.
Do you eat with a knife?
I eat with a fork.
do you eat an apple with a knife?
No.
That's an age thing, eating an apple with a knife. Because you just can't be arsed with bits of peel in your teeth.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but no, I don't personally.
I am an apple with a knife guy.
I chop it up for the kids.
Number 1 was banana, which is fair because it comes.
I would say it has the best packaging.
It's done, isn't it?
It's like a little wetsuit, isn't it?
It's ready. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. Yeah. And you're the first person to ever see that banana, and the last most time. To ever see that.
I show everyone.
I do normally take a picture and put it on Facebook. With check out this bitch written underneath. And there's your breasts on it.
I undo my fly and poke it through.
Send it to the wife. Number 1, banana. Fair cop. Number 2, I think is
what I would say. With the banana, although it does have amazing packaging, it's a gentle fruit, isn't it? You can't chuck them about like you can an apple.
No, give you that.
An apple can take a drop.
Yeah, a peach could though. Nectarine too.
Mm.
Orange, a full size orange, no problem. Drop that badass.
Yeah. I mean, that is good packaging as well.
Oh, but the big ones are a bastard. I like to eat them in the bath.
I love that we've fucking separated red and green apple, yet we've combined orange, tangerine,
I
and
did that
clementine.
because I didn't add apple. Some other cunt added apple, and then they were a fucking idiot and they wrote red. Twat. So, right, banana, number 1. Number 2 is the surprise.
How the
Grapes.
fuck's a red apple not as good as a green apple anyway?
Mental.
Red
No,
apple,
red-
pink lady
red-
spunks all over a Granny Smith.
No, I'm more of your Cox or your Braeburn. I'm a Cox and
I
Braeburn.
like a bit of red
man.
and green.
That's both. They're both red and green.
Yeah,
But a
I'm with you.
Braeburn,
I'm with you 100%.
red and green. Cox, beautiful. Number 2, look, let's go through the surprise. Grapes. That's a shocker. 2, number 2 in the chart.
Grape would take a drop.
And a clear. Double the third. 29. 29 to 14. Number 3, surprise number 2. But it is a draw.
Yeah, and, the grape is very popular. Look at wine.
We got number 3, pineapple and apple. Both the apples, both varieties of apple. The pine apple and the apple. Very good.
No.
What? You don't want to tackle a fucking pineapple. No one does.
No,
It's a
it's bollocks. But also, don't worry about pineapples and apples being in any way related.
Are you a pineapple man? Would you bother with a pineapple? It's a lot of effort.
I tell you what, if
I love it, but a lot of effort.
yeah, if one was presented to me chopped, ready to go, I'd have a bit.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
good.
bothering cutting one up.
It's meant to affect the taste of.
You can buy those special tools, can't you? That
Take it out.
make them into.
Yeah, like a spiralizer. You can pull that. Yeah, with a handle on it. Yeah. Pineapple. Number 5, big fan myself. The mango. What?
Fuck's sake.
Who doesn't like a mango? That's a cracker. That won't
Straight
take a drop.
people.
That won't take a drop of mango. Don't drop a mango.
No, I just again, who needs a mango? No one needs.
Me.
Who's got a hankering for a mango?
Me, beautiful mango.
I tell you what, mango is. It's just a flavour.
It's
In your
delicious.
shampoo, in your yogurt.
Pears are in the chart, Bob. We'll get to them if you want me to.
Underrated.
Yeah, good. They are underrated, but they're cunt. You put them
Hairy.
you put them in the fruit bowl, and they sit there, and they're unripe, and they're ripe for about about 4 o'clock in the morning. They're ripe, and they're fucked. Then that's it. 10 minutes later, dead. Anyway, orange.
That's the problem with raspberries and strawberries as well.
Yes, true. And avocado.
Got about 24 hours. They're just
Avocado.
Now on it, motherfucker.
30 seconds, eat it, or fuck off. Bananas are like that, though. If you've got a bunch and you're like, they all go at the same time, what are you going to do? Go mental on bananas.
Hang on.
You're going to eat 7 bananas.
Have
though,
you got a
aren't you?
banana? You don't buy 7 bananas.
I can't buy any bananas. My wife's anti-banana. She's mental.
Yeah. I know someone that used to work in a banana factory.
Packing place. A packing plant.
Yeah.
I was going to say they didn't work in a banana factory.
Do you know what their first job of the day was?
Saying it. Put the banana through their flies.
Nope.
Take a picture of it.
Nope. They had to spend an hour and a half at the start of every shift de-spidering the factory.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Hundreds of spiders every morning have found their way in for the sweet bananas. I swear.
Not worth it.
And
It's not worth it.
they didn't kill them as well.
They did. What are they doing with them?
I don't know.
Eating them?
Like, I think he was sort of saying they had this device.
What did it do? Cryogenically freeze them?
Like a very gentle vac. And then
Well, where did they go? Where's the?
Well, that's why they came straight back. Probably they were probably just chucking them out the door.
The other end of the hose was St. Lucia. Fuck! That would be amazing.
Honest, that's true. That's true. I'm telling you now.
Where were we? 5, 6, 7. So 5 is apples. We don't skip that. Orange, clementine.
We like
tangerine.
an apple. We like an apple.
I like a tangerine, and I like all those oranges. Not the big stupid one. Nobody wants that.
No one does that anyway.
No one eats those big oranges. They're a waste
That's
of
for
time.
smoothies, isn't it?
Yeah. If that, I can't be asked. Watermelon was quite high at 8. They only got 6 votes. That's a lot. That's too much to commit.
You get your money's worth.
Yeah, but you got to commit. It's fucking massive. I'm not eating a watermelon. No, I'll have a bit.
Why don't they engineer them to be smaller?
Do you do that? You know, if you're at you have a nice posh hotel and the breakfast bit, you know, the fruit bit. I want about 18 courses at a hotel posh hotel breakfast. Get up.
Leeches?
Lychees, isn't it? Lychees.
Yeah.
I like lychees. They're very nice. They didn't get anywhere near.
Are one of the few fruits that sink.
You
like that?
It was the eyes for me.
Pear
is very low. 3.
Tomato, get to fuck.
That's someone being a cheeky bastard. That's not commonly known as a fruit. Figs, load of crap.
Just have a tomato. Here, love, pass us a tomato.
Blueberries are bullshit. I don't know who's buying a punnet. They're horrible.
You're skipping figs?
Yeah, it's rubbish. Nobody wants that.
No, kumquat.
Don't call me that anymore.
Yeah, people are taking a piss here. Pomegranate.
What's a mangosteen?
Just like Google it.
I reckon it's a really tiny mango. I've never seen one.
Mangoes.
Billy Rose said a persimmon, Sharon fruit. They're nasty. They're too sweet. They're horrible. What the fuck is a quadong?
Look at that. Oh, wait for it. That's a mangosteen.
I've had one of those. I had one of those in Cambodia. White. Yeah. Fleshy bits. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah.
What fruit's not?
Nice.
What fruit's
That's
not
it.
made it?
Durian. Have you ever had durian? Anti-fertile. Just
Yorkshire.
It smells like a bin, but it tastes like really fruity custard.
I haven't had a pear yet.
They're banned. When you get to Southeast Asia, you go into the room and there'll be a thing on the side saying durian fruit are banned.
I'm all for that. There's enough fruit about.
All fruit bad. To be fair, a drink out of the minibar's 50p. Why are you fucking about with the durian fruit? Just get wankered and don't worry about it. That was from
an egg.
What?
An egg. I love a boiled egg.
That's not a fruit.
Chicken fruit.
It's like the guy in our house. Chicken fruit.
Comes off a chicken tree.
Give me a boiled chicken fruit. I do like it. How about a fugly fruit, says Drunken Monkey.
What about wasabi? Is that a veg or a fruit?
It's a veg, isn't it? It's a fruit vegetable. Wasabi.
What's the clarification? Is it how it comes? Is it if it's out
fruit.
of the ground if it's a vegetable?
No, it's really
off the vine if it's a fruit.
It's not even worth going into. But like a banana is a berry, which is a fruit. Basically, the seeds inside is a good indicator
Most
for a
veg
fruit.
comes out of the ground, though, doesn't it?
But seeds inside is a good indicator for a fruit. Do you see?
What's the difference between veg and fruit?
Fruit has seeds, is Richard Jack. I agree. Richard Jack says it's the ovum. You're the ovum, Richard Jack. I think
apparently a fruit develops from the flower of a plant.
Right. Oh, and the vegetable is the plant.
Yeah.
That doesn't work, though.
That's the broad.
Okay. That would make an aubergine a fruit, then. That would make some sense. And a cucumber's a fruit.
Yes. And people put cucumbers in fridges. Don't do that.
I hate cucumbers. My wife likes cucumbers.
Well, if you ever have one, put it in your fruit bowl. Don't put it in the fridge.
With the tomatoes.
You get twice as long out of a cucumber if you don't fridge it.
I don't believe that. Next week.
I saw it on this morning.
Next week, we're not here. Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield are covering us. No, we're not here next week. But we'll be back the week after.
We're covering them. That's why we're not here.
Yeah, that's why.
Imagine this morning and we rock up.
That would be good.
Fucking
I've never
mental.
seen it. It's shit.
I think we do just as good a job.
Yeah, easy. It's still real.
What's there to do?
You're not allowed to say cunt. That would be like one of the main.
I could do that. I've got kids.
And you could do the gay bit with the grey hair. Can you?
Yeah, I could come out just for as an excuse to leave my wife.
I assume she's back from netball, all the kids, and
Yeah.
they've gone wild. Right, let's go, and we will see you the week after next. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Turn it off.